Miracles we have seen. Chapter 24. Miracle of finding Jesus in a Mexican garbage dump. A short-term mission to Mexico had been disappointing. All of us had gone there with high expectations. We had been sadly disappointed. The mission, located near Del Rio, was a scam. We had gone to help paint the orphanage and mission house. We had planned to hold a crusade in the church. We had hoped to help construct a small house for the orphanage director. None of those things actually existed. The orphanage consisted of one family, that of the national pastor and his family. The church attendance was almost non-existent. The foreign missionaries lived in Texas. They were seldom involved in the Mexican mission. They had built an imaginary mission and were receiving funds, a lot of them, from American supporters who believed that the gospel was being preached and souls being won. It was not true. Dario Nunez, Spanish pastor from Christ Community Church, and I discussed these affairs with the national pastor and the Mexican families living in the mission neighborhood. We were deeply saddened. We had taken with us a number of short-term missionaries from central Indiana. We did not disclose our findings to those dedicated teens and adults. We painted empty dormitories. We helped construct a small house for a non-existent orphanage director. We held a one-night crusade for fewer than 10 Mexicans. We were told that the membership and community were not aware of our coming. The resident missionaries had plenty of cover stories. Our hearts were so heavy as we prayed about what we should do. We could not bring people that far without some fruit for their labors. But how could we accomplish ministry under those circumstances? Then the Lord revealed to me what we should do. I couldn't wait to tell others. The little house that we were constructing was located on the edge of a large city dump. There were acres of red rubbish strewn across the desert, but there were also lots of shacks, 10 covered shanties, and there were lots of people. I asked all the young people and Pastor Dario to help me pass the word that in 1 hour we would have a church service for all the children. We welcome adults as well. We formed 2 teams, since only Dario and I spoke Spanish. After inviting the first household, we noticed that all the children from that shack were following us. The crowd grew as we moved from hut to hut. Families smiled and greeted us. Bienvenido, they shouted. Welcome. They thanked us for coming to their community. No one ever comes here to help us, they said. The size of our little Mexican flock grew each time we came to another house. Soon we had over 100 children. It was now time to hold service. We began with several choruses in Spanish. The children clapped their hands and laughed as the funny Americans began to sing gospel songs in their language. Then Dario gave the message. The anointing of God was upon him. The entire ghetto seemed to be transformed as he preached with passion and love. Pastor Dario gave an altar call. Many came forward to stand on the desert sand and receive Jesus. There were adults as well as children. Our hearts were overwhelmed with joy. This was the real reason for coming to Mexico. Several small children stood beside me in the garbage dump worship service that day. They all wanted to hug us, to hold our hands, to tell us they loved us. One little boy I noticed was crippled. He would not leave my side. He kept looking up at me through grim street eyes. He kept smiling as he whispered, "Usted es mi amigo." You are my friend. What is your name, son? I whispered, so as not to disrupt Pastor Dario's message. Mi nombre es Jesus. My name is Jesus. Those words overwhelmed me. I felt a powerful anointing of joy and sadness as I hugged that little deformed child to my side. This was Jesus. We had found Jesus in a garbage dump. My eyes were wet with tears. I was blessed beyond measure. I could taste the tears. Finally, we closed the service. Many gave testimony that they found Jesus that day. I knew I had. Families came to thank us for coming to their forgotten community. Will you come back, Senor? They asked. We could only pray that someone would heed their plaintive call as we drove slowly away from that ghetto. We knew that we had experienced a miracle. We had blessed beyond measure. Then we heard that little voice calling us. All the children were running behind the van. They were shouting, "Please come back. Don't forget us." Then I saw him. The little crippled Jesus. He was limping as fast as he could. His body was so twisted that he rocked violently from side to side. He ran to my side of the van and shouted, "Usted es mi amigo." You are my friend. That was my little crippled Jesus. I will never forget him. He taught me to look for and seek Jesus in the worst situations and among the least of these my brethren. To me, that was a miracle. If you look for Jesus in the face of some crippled child, nursing home patient, or homeless person this month, Jesus said that you will be blessed if you can. If he can say to you in heaven, "I was a stranger and you took me in, naked and you clothed me. I was sick and you visited me. I was in prison and you came to me." Matthew 25, verses 35 and 36.